All right, back with your stocks, and here's what's happening for the market right now. While it's still sitting down by about 1% a whole lot of numbers actually are reacting quite positively. You do have counters like Crompton Greaves and the others, which are still holding quite well. Jet Airways for a second day in the running, 2.5% is the kind of up news that counter is seeing. The swap ratio for Z has been announced, so Z News is now looking good by about almost 1.5%. And Ambuja Cements post its numbers is also going good. But in the meantime, in the thick of earnings, let's go across and join the management of Dalmia Cement. Mr. Puneet Dalmia joins us now for an earnings call. Mr. Dalmia, thanks very much for joining us. Well, year on year, definitely you have put, or rather posted a robust growth. It's the sequential numbers which have come in flattish, and that seems to be pretty much the trend for all cement majors right now. Could you walk us through the kind of volumes and realizations you've clocked on a sequential basis?
Actually, I think on an overall basis, we think that 25% growth across revenue, EBITDA and PAT is quite healthy. On a sequential basis, quarter on quarter, we have seen that prices have declined marginally in Andhra Pradesh, and we were expecting price corrections to come in Q4, but they have started. The trend has started a little bit early. Similarly, on the volume side, I think our ramp-up continues to do well, and we are also happy that this quarter we commissioned our Ariyalur plant also, and trial runs are going on. So I think price was under pressure, but volume growth is continuing to happen.
And do you sense pricing pressure, particularly in the south market, considering you do have a fair amount of exposure to the southern markets, to continue for the next few quarters as well?
I think overall we have been a little surprised by the flat demand growth in both Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka in the first half of the year. And new capacities have come in both these states. And now most of the new capacities which were likely to come in have almost started production. So no further new capacities are likely to come in a big way in the coming months. So my view is that we may see some more pricing pressure, but it's not going to be significant from here on.
Mr. Dalmia, talking a little bit about your sugar business, what are the kind of realizations you're seeing in that space? And if you could also tell us, your sugar business formed about 4% of your revenues last year. How much of an incremental revenue do you see on improved realizations?
I think, the sugar prices have been at an all-time high of about 30 rupees a kg. And the most important development in the sugar business, from our perspective, is the change in the regulatory environment, both from a cane pricing perspective and a power pricing perspective. So I think the regulatory framework is clearly giving a direction towards less regulation. And I think this is a very welcome move because it will reduce earnings volatility in the long run. We also believe that a deregulated industry is structurally more attractive to invest in. And I think while the details of how this change is implemented still is going to play out, and we need to see how it plays out, but the direction in which it is going will increase sector attractiveness and reduce earnings volatility.
But how much would this exactly contribute in terms of a number, if you could throw at us in your revenues this time around?
I think, from a top line perspective, I think the sugar business has grown about 30% year on year. And if I look at the EBITDA numbers for the first half is 40 crores compared to 1 crore last year. So I think the business was is very unprofitable in the down cycle because cane prices go up and sugar prices are volatile. And now we can see that margins are very, very healthy. So the EBITDA margin is about 15%, which was kind of zero last year.
Puneet, when we last spoke with you, you did talk about your expansion plans and that you're looking to, or rather targeting, about 10 million ton capacity for the next 2 to 3 years. What really is happening on that front? Have you raised any funds? Because when we did last speak with you, you categorically did mention that you are looking at various routes for fundraising.
I think first of all, I would like to say that, all our capexes across the group are now complete, and we are very happy about it. Our initial focus continues to remain on volume ramp-up. So with Ariyalur plant in Tamil Nadu commissioning and pilot run going on, capexes are complete and, ramp-up is the first priority. The second thing is that we have already tied up about $650 million of debt, for our further capex in cement, and we are looking now to create a structure, which can enable growth and which can unlock shareholder value. So right now we are focused on, what's the best structure for raising capital. But we will certainly, we are looking to raise capital, and we will, take advantage of the current market conditions and raise capital before the end of this fiscal.
Just reiterate for me, Puneet, did you say that you've already raised $650 million?
Yes, we have committed credit lines of $650 million, and we are looking to create a structure by which we can raise further equity in the company. So the debt raising part is completely over. On the equity raising part, we have committed our own, and this project is going to happen over the next 3 years. So we need a balance of $200 million to raise to complete these projects, and we will raise those funds over the next 5 to 6 months.
And you're not looking at any stake dilution for this residual $200 million.
As I said, we are, examining all options to raise this capital, which will dilute our stake. But in what form we will raise it is still under consideration. Whether we will do a, follow-on offering in the current listed entity, whether we will raise it in the SPV, or whether we will put our internal accruals partly. I think those options are still under consideration.
And if you could just tell us, what are you guiding for in the next couple of quarters? You did 53 crores this time around. What can we expect?
I think we don't give any, future guidance, but all I can say is we continue to expect a little bit more downside on pricing from here on, but we expect volume growth to make up for that downside.
All right.
In the cement business. Sugar, yeah.
Okay. Thanks so much, Mr. Dalmia, for joining us. That's Dalmia Cement. Good set of numbers. Net profits up 35%. Of course, on a sequential basis, they've seen a downtick, but nevertheless, on a YOY basis, when you compare it, the numbers look good, both on the top line and on bottom line front. The market, of course, is still down about 1% in trade. There hasn't been any recovery since the last time we spoke. So it's been in a flat territory, and after that gap down start, it hasn't moved anywhere from there. We'll take a very short break on the show. If you have any stock-specific queries, just feel free to SMS us, type YS, follow it by a space and your stock-related question, and send it to 51818.
Din